Okay, so welcome, Martin.
Yes.
You're the fourth person to be on my podcast. Yeah, so the reason why I created this podcast, right, is to really understand. First of all, I'm finding a job,
Mm.
and then I want to understand more about like what um what to look out for in a job. And I always see all this description online on all the Google platforms and whatever job portals, and they always give you like a bunch of description about the job,
Mm.
but they don't tell you in depth about what you actually expect at the job. And I always hear from you guys at the church and stuff like that. You always say that you're always doing a lot of extra stuff, and then I just want to know more about. Okay, let's first introduce yourself, and then and where you work and everything. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So my name is Martin.
Okay.
So I graduated last year, July. So
Yeah.
studied in SIM, did your usual accounting and finance degree.
Now, I think what I know about you, right, Martin, is that you started off with SIM, right, and then you did a lot of internships
Yeah.
throughout your time in SIM.
Yeah.
So how did that lead up to your job at Shopee? Like what
Okay.
you work as before? How did it run up to currently where you're working at now?
Okay, yeah. So I was studying SIM.
Yeah.
Then initially I was thinking, oh, if you like just get good grades and stuff, it'll be enough for you to get a job.
Yeah.
So first year, all I did was like study. So I did okay in school. But then when I tried to apply for internships during first year, I think I sent out like easily like 60 applications.
Yeah.
And none of them got back to me.
Okay.
So that was when it hit me that like, oh crap, like maybe grades aren't enough and I have to do more. So, but I was also like very discouraged. Like I was like blaming like, oh, cause I'm from SIM, I'm not getting anything. Like if I was from NUS or something, I'll probably get an internship somewhere, somehow.
Okay, let me tell you this is not true. Yeah. I also been trying this. I say a lot, but then like nobody reply me.
Yeah.
So it's not true. It's not true.
Yeah. So like I think at the time I was just like blaming my circumstance,
Okay.
instead of like trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Then I was talking to a friend. So then my friend, the advice my friend gave me, I think like sort of like changed the whole trajectory after that. So the advice my friend gave me was, I should just go on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Just try and find someone who has reached somewhere that I want to go to.
Yeah.
And it's also from SIM. And as long as I find someone that has done that, it means that there's that possibility. And also on LinkedIn, like I can see the roadmap on how to get there.
That's true.
Yeah. So I did a lot of like searching, did a lot of looking. Then I actually found like quite a lot of people from SIM who have made it to like really good places. So I think from there, then I started to realize that, oh, beyond grades, I need to do like internships. I need to like join certain clubs in school and stuff like that. But I wasn't that interested in joining clubs in school.
Yeah.
Because like
normal.
Yeah, like I mean I have nothing against them. It's just
Yeah.
that I feel like I don't know, like it's just not my thing.
Mm.
So after I finished year 2, I took 1 year off from school to do internships.
Mm.
Yeah, because I know for like local unis, you guys have like LAs, which are 1 sem long, that kind of thing. But for SIM, so I studied in UOL. So UOL, we don't have semesters. We only have years.
Okay.
So I had no choice. Like I had to just take 1 year off straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take 1 year off is in addition to your entire like graduation, like entire university.
Yeah. So my 3-year course became like a 4-year course.
Okay, but it's quite standard,
Yeah.
right? 4 years.
Yeah. So I guess that was what made it okay. Because like even if I extend 1 year, it's only 4 years. So I'll graduate together with the friends who are like in SMU, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that bad.
But were the people around you that like having the same mentality as you? Like people also wanted to find internships and do many internships during this at the start of your uni, or they just want to graduate and just start working.
Okay, so I think some of my friends didn't want to take 1 year off. Those that were in SIM, they didn't want to take 1 year off. So they just wanted to like graduate and find a job.
Yeah.
But then my friends who were in local unis, they were very supportive of taking LA. Maybe not a year long, because like but
6 months, right?
Yeah, 6 months. But like a lot of them like like they were saying like a lot of jobs, like if you don't intern there, if you don't intern in the company, they probably won't hire you full time.
True.
Yeah. And also like at the end of the day, like a lot of them are doing internships. Then if you don't do anything, you're gonna graduate with like just a cert.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. then like it won't lead to anything. So like in my head, I was thinking like, okay, like I have like a few choices. Either I just graduate in 3 years
Yeah.
and then probably struggle to find a job for 6 months, maybe a year,
Mm.
which a lot of my friends who graduated earlier experienced.
They didn't do any
Yeah,
internship
they
lah.
didn't do any internship.
Okay.
So when they graduated, they probably had to do like contract roles or even do internships after they graduated.
Mm.
Yeah, so a lot of them like will take maybe like 6 months, 8 months to find like a to for them to reach a full-time job where they are okay with.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was thinking, okay lah, then if I like if you do the math, it adds
It's
up
the
to
same.
roughly the same thing, you know? Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll just take a year off, find internships, and then see where that goes. Yeah, so the first internship I ended up with was an accounting intern at a venture capital firm.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a very small VC called Reupload. It's a Japanese. Yeah, it's very small. Like I don't think anyone will have heard of it. Yeah, but I guess it's because they are small. That's why I managed to get in lah.
But do they invest in tech or who are they? Who are their portfolio
Yeah,
like? What
so
the industry they are looking at?
they're quite a
Yeah.
different like VC. So like most VCs aim to exit within anywhere from like 5-7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because of that, like a lot of traditional VCs, they focus on very high growth. They just want their capital. They want
Their returns.
high return on their investment in a relatively short time frame.
Yeah, correct.
And they take low amounts of equity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Reupload is more like a venture builder.
Okay.
So they take higher amounts of equity, but they are in it for the long run. So they want to stay and grow with the startups that they invest in for as long as they can.
So even after IPO, they also will just follow.
Yeah.
Oh.
But as far as I remember, none of the companies have reached that stage yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but their aim is to stay with the company for very long. Like the vision of the founder of the VC is for that VC to become like 100-year-old conglomerate in a way.
So wait, so how long is long for them? Because like you cannot just hold forever, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So what I think happens is that like they will stay with the company and the founder for as long as like it is like the company doesn't turn to like total shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so like it's a relatively young VC, so it's probably like 6 years old. So being a VC that young, the startups are even younger.
Yeah.
So a lot of them haven't reached a stage where you can tell what's going to happen or what the VC is going to do, you know, after they reach a very advanced stage. Yeah, so
what stage normally do you invest in? Like Series A, Series B?
or like pre
pre-seed.
So like if you have an idea,
yeah,
you can actually go and pitch it already.
even if you don't have
Even if you don't have anything, because they believe in investing more in the entrepreneur than the idea.
Well, that's quite risky.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a risk. I mean, like it's good and bad lah.
Yeah, it's good and bad lah.
Yeah, I mean the risk is very high, but the reward is very high.
Yeah, so like their viewpoint is that like a lot of times, right, ideas or startups have to pivot eventually.
Yeah.
The first idea will not be the final product or the product that leads to like great success.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like Snapchat was like a podcast company. No, Twitter was a podcast company.
Yeah, and then they moved.
They moved to like short blogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what the VC believes in is that like ideas are secondary. The entrepreneur is more important.
Okay.
So like a good entrepreneur will be able to pivot and change his idea to the right direction, which is more important than having like a good starting idea. Yeah. So that's what they believe in and focus on more. So that's why even if you just have an idea, if you pitch it, if you fit what they deem as good entrepreneurs, they will give you the funding.
But your role there was to...
I was an accounting intern lah. So
okay.
Okay, so the VC cause is a venture builder, so they provide like full stack support to the startups.
Yeah.
So there's like marketing support, there's accounting support, there's obviously like business strategy support.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my role was to help with like the accounting for like the startups. And and also the VC as a whole.
Okay.
Yeah, because all of these startups, like, because of the amount of equity that we take, can be anywhere from like, can be as high as like 30-40% that kind of thing.
That's very high already.
Which is very high for that stage.
Yeah.
So because of that, they're all like subsidiaries under under the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it was helped to do with the accounting, so I can talk to the entrepreneurs, work with them a bit. Yeah, so it was quite interesting experience. It was how like I got a bit interested in the startup scene, venture capital in general.
Oh, but you found this job through LinkedIn lah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I still think I was like quite lucky to get it. Cause I butchered the interview. Like, I was like super nervous. And I was like
Face to face, is it?
Yeah, face to face. Yeah. This was back in I think
2018.
2018. Maybe early mid 2018, yeah.
Okay.
Much different
But
time.
how was the interview though? Like, what did they ask you?
So they
Yeah.
asked me about like basically like it was like a standard interview,
Yeah.
but they wanted to find out more about me as a person. So they asked me like, oh, like what makes me angry, that kind of thing.
Huh?
Like yeah, like
That's
stuff
so
like that.
random.
Yeah. But later on I found out it's because like they like just like how they invest in entrepreneurs, that's how they look at their hires. They want to know like who are you, where you come from, like
Yeah.
who you are as a person instead of like other things.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like a standard but yet like not so standard interview.
But what do you reply when they ask you like what makes you angry?
Yeah. So like okay, I cannot remember what I replied to that, but I think okay, so I think I said something along the lines of like generally I don't get very angry. I'm more like laid back and like chill. So
Okay.
I'm more like so like my emotions are just at like usually at like
Oh, sorry.
at like a standard baseline.
Yeah.
So it really like fluctuates up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
So when I said that, right, then the manager started drilling down more, you know. She was like, oh, so what do you mean by laid back? What do you mean by chill, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they really wanted to like drill down to find out like who I am as a person. Yeah.
Wow, but that was quite intense. I wouldn't expect someone to ask me like, yeah.
Yeah, so like that was like the first like curveball when she asked me like, oh, like what makes you angry, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the second curveball was when they started drilling down on like everything I said. Like
They
yeah,
keep asking more and more information.
Yeah. Then I was like, oh wait, what? Yeah, but I guess somehow I got it somehow.
But during the interview, you're interviewing with the founders or like
Okay, so I was interviewing with like the
HR.
the at that time the
Yeah.
accounting manager. Okay,
Okay.
the accounting / like finance team was just like 3 people like at that time. So it was just like the manager.
Yeah.
Okay, it was like the head of like accounting thing.
Okay.
The manager and then like one normal accountant.
Okay.
Yeah, so I interviewed with like the head and the manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess in a team of 3, there's not much difference.
Yeah, like correct.
Yeah.
Oh. So basically when you get a job already, right? How many so you say that you have to manage some of the startups, right? The accounting part of the startup.
Yeah.
So how many startups do you have to actually manage during your time there?
So I think I was like doing like the accounts for maybe like 10, 15 different startups. But a lot of
That's a
them
lot.
were like either very low touch or like I didn't even like see the founders.
What am I low touch?
So like
yeah.
I will have like the invoices and stuff. So I
Yeah.
use that to do the accounts. But I didn't really like interact much. Because some of the startups were based overseas also. So it's like through email. I emailed the founder like to clarify certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I think there were only like 2 main startups that the founder was in Singapore and they also worked in that office. So like when asking questions, I would just like walk over and ask. Like,
But the company itself invests mostly in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, Southeast Asia.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the company is a Japanese company.
Yes. The founders are all founders Japanese, like all of the early higher ranking employees are all Japanese, yeah.
Oh. So you're there for about 6 months.
There for 6 months, yeah. 6 months.
6 months. So that's your first internship.
Yeah.
Then your next one is
after that I did a tax internship at PwC.
A what?
The tax internship.
Tax internship.
PwC. Yeah. So after my first internship, like I kind of already like knew that I wanted to stay within a startup space. Cause like it was just really interesting. Like even though I was doing an accounting like internship, the accounting part was like boring. But the space itself and the people there were like very interesting. Because I only realized like how interesting after I interned at PwC. Yeah.
Wait, I don't get it. So
like
you really realize how interesting it was. But PwC is not really a startup, right?
Yeah. So that's why the difference became very obvious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like it okay, so because that was my first internship, right? So I thought, oh,
Yeah.
this is how it's like always like, like people come to work excited, like full of
Yeah.
energy. So I was thinking, okay, like maybe PwC, the hours are long, so people are a bit more like dead.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect how dead. Yeah.
How did?
Yeah, like how. So like in the venture capital, right?
Yeah.
Because like some of the founders work there also, the CEO is there also. Then a lot of the people there, a lot of the people that the startup hires typically come from either like you slightly different backgrounds or they themselves want to be entrepreneurs eventually.
Mm.
So they're all that kind of people.
Mm.
Then when I went to PwC, it's like it felt like people were there just to clock in the hours, collect their monthly salary,
Yeah.
then like just hit like just do life, then
Yeah.
move on,
Correct.
which I didn't realize how boring it was until 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 I did my internship there. Like, I mean, I have nothing against like big companies. It's
Yeah lah.
just the contrast between the people is very stark when you
Yeah lah. Correct. 'Cause
experience
I think everyone have different like mindset as
Yeah.
to some people just want to just get through their life,
Yeah.
just get 9 to 5, get a paycheck, and just
Yeah.
come home. Yeah,
Yeah.
but there are other people who also like yourself, like
Yeah.
want to be in a space that's exciting and
Yeah.
is growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's nothing wrong,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
different people
yeah.
have different priorities, different like goals in life.
Correct.
It's just that my own priority, my own like personality, I guess, aligns more with a smaller, hyper growth kind of like company.
So after that you were at PwC for about what, 2 months or
Yeah.
3 months?
So that was a winter internship, so it's like really short. It was like 12 weeks, 3 months, I think,
12
3
weeks.
months.
Wow, how much can you actually learn in 3 weeks? Yeah.
Not that much, yeah. So, so it's a bit like your normal like summer, winter internships.
Yeah.
So like you just go there. It's more like for the company to get a sense check, like to see if you have like a base level of intelligence
Yeah.
and a base level of like attitude.
Okay.
So like if you're okay, then they probably offer you, but and it's more for you to also like get a sense of the culture, what the
Yeah.
job is like, instead of actually learning about the job.
Okay, yeah. Get
Yeah.
a sense of the environment
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was more or less like what I did. So I think my biggest takeaway from PwC was I don't want to go to work in that type of company.
Okay, then
Yeah, which I've come to realize that sometimes it's more important. To at least know what you don't want.
Yeah,
For you
correct.
to discover what you want, like process of elimination.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like I think my biggest takeaway from PwC, which sounds like quite lame, but I honestly think it's quite valuable.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Because like I say, a lot of people, I would say a lot of people they do not know what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm creating this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, to really help people understand a bit more about what goes into the life of
Yeah.
people working and their jobs and stuff. And
Yeah.
I think it's good to know what you don't want and what you want.
Yeah.
It's same as your degree as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe because right now I'm doing chemical engineering, right? And I've been doing this for almost since poly and then now uni. So it's almost 7 years. Yeah, and I realized that I don't like it at the second year of my uni. And then now I'm like dreading every day.
Yeah.
It's very, very hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so what was your the interview like for PwC?
So
Yeah.
interview at PwC was with my eventual manager.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was a manager at PwC. So I interned in the transfer pricing tax team. So it's a really niche part of tax. So like how like companies that are international, like let's say Google,
Yeah.
US, Google Singapore, sometimes they might have like intercompany cross-border transactions.
Yeah.
So tax laws in different countries are different. So like it was sort of like to ensure that they are accounting for it correctly, the taxes they are paying is correct, that kind of thing. Yeah, so there's like a very high level overview on what transfer pricing is.
Right.
Yeah, so the interview was just like a normal, it was also a normal interview.
Yeah.
Like a standard, just like oh, tell me about yourself, like why do you want to intern here, strengths and weaknesses, those kind of questions. So it's like nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah.
I mean, I always don't like the question. People ask you like, why you want to work here? It's like,
yeah.
I mean, you guys are hiring, right? I need to get some experience.
Yeah.
I need some.
Yeah. I think that question, like most people just like bullshit their way through.
Of course,
unless it's really a company that they really like.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So you do choose PwC because you really like the company, or you just think that it was one of the big four?
Yeah, so
accounting, and then
I applied to all the big fours. Then
right.
went for interview with EY and PwC. Then PwC offered, so I took it lah.
I think this is like an example of saying that private uni and local uni, there's no, I say there's no difference lah, but I'm just saying that there is still a possibility that
Yeah.
you still can do it.
Yeah,
It's not like
definitely.
you're stuck there.
Yeah,
You still can intern at a big four company, and the opportunity is also similar for NUS, NTU.
yeah. I think the difference getting
Yeah.
smaller lah over the
Yeah,
years.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So sometimes I also find myself like, not say regretting lah, but I could have done something different. Let's say going to a private uni and I completed it much faster as compared to, let's say, going to a local uni and yeah, just struggling through that 4 years and stuff. Yeah.
But I think to me lah,
Yeah.
the only regret I have for not studying harder for A levels is like I missed out on a lot of experiences that local uni students have available to them
Like what?
compared to like SIM. Okay, in recent months and years, SIM has been like building itself up. So like there are like I know like NUS SMU has like a case club, like business case.
Yeah, the
club.
case, I always
So
see that. Yeah.
SIM recently started one as well. But I think like to me the main thing that like differs as of now lah is that like overseas exchange programs are sort of like built into your curriculum in a way.
Yeah.
So like there isn't one for mine. So if I wanted to go overseas to do like to study, I would have to do like summer school.
Oh.
Yeah.
But your school is, but schools in SIM are normally they're from overseas, right?
Yeah.
And then they open a branch in Singapore.
Something like that, yeah.
So like, you can actually study there also, right?
Yeah, so but it's mostly for like summer school, that kind of thing. It's not like I cannot like do my degree there.
Oh, you cannot do. Oh, wait, so you cannot say you apply in Singapore, then you go there and do.
Cannot.
But then when you graduate, you go there and take your certificate.
If I'm not wrong, the graduation ceremony is like local also. Yeah,
but I see some of my friends, they actually go overseas.
Yeah, so I know for like University of Buffalo that works.
Yeah.
It's like that. Yeah, but for UL it's not like that lah.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like everything is like you do in Singapore, finish it in Singapore. Yeah.
But the syllabus is the same as the one in the UK or what?
How similar, I don't know. But they always say like academic direction from LSE, but how similar it is, I can't tell you lah.
I mean that's why they won't allow you to go overseas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So your internship at PwC was about 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
Then after that, you get another internship again.
Yeah. Then I did one more internship at UBS.
Is it some investment company? Right?
Yeah, it's a bank. Yeah, it's a Swiss bank. So.
Oh yeah, I think I feel like I know someone who was there.
Yeah. So the internship I did it was because like, like when you do like accounting or finance or business in general.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to go into consulting or investment banking or like sales and trading.
Okay.
Like those are like your standard,
typical one,
like dream jobs.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like that was what I thought I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that time I was thinking, oh, maybe I should just try for a big bank.
Yeah.
And if I get it, I can see what it's like and decide from there. So I applied for UBS. They have this like special like 6 months internship program.
Yeah.
So mine was like operation. So it's like back office. But I was quite fortunate to get like a middle office role. So I'm not sure how familiar you are with like.
No, I'm not familiar at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll just like
explain to me.
Explain.
Yeah.
So like there's in a bank there's like front office, middle office, back office.
Okay.
Middle office is a bit like some people don't acknowledge that there's such a thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so like it depends lah. But for easier like breakdown, it's front, middle, back.
So for front is like you're facing customers, like facing that like
client facing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then back is like
you do the operations, that kind of thing.
Okay.
You support the front office people.
Okay.
Then middle is like the bridge.
But what is that a bridge? What do you need to bridge?
Yeah. So for my role, right, like it was like a middle office role.
Yeah.
So like what my role was like, so I was like on like a client onboarding kind of team.
Okay.
So under the sales and trading side.
Okay.
So we onboard institutional clients. So it's not individuals. So like the salespeople will like try and get institutions to execute certain trades or like push through certain like like flows of capital
Yeah.
through UBS's
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
But before they can do that, they need to be onboarded with the bank. Like you have to do your compliance checks, your due diligence checks. So all these checks will be processed by like the back office team.
Okay.
Yeah. So my team was like, we liaise with the salespeople
Yeah.
and the back office people.
Yeah.
Because usually like the salespeople might not understand what's going on in the back office. Like
Yeah,
they don't
correct.
understand the actual like step-by-step process.
Yeah.
So my team, like, we do understand it. So but we also understand like the sales side of things to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So we can help like bridge like communication lines between these two teams.
Yeah.
And because like there's like probably like maybe like 5-6 different back office teams working on one onboarding thing.
Yeah.
So for a salesperson to go and like talk to all 5 teams is very like inefficient.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so my team is like the point of contact for like the salespeople to talk to, all the back office teams to talk to, and so sometimes we also talk to clients directly. We
Yeah.
don't meet the clients, but like through email and stuff. So like, let's say there's any problems, there's any like queries, then the client can just email my team directly, then we
Yeah.
will respond.
But you can do so basically you can do both the front office and the back office as well.
I won't say we can do either or, because like we don't have that level of detailed knowledge that teams from both sides have.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have enough understanding of like the rough process to be able to like translate certain needs across the two sides.
Okay.
Yeah, so because of that, like, I had a really good view of what a life was as a salesperson or trading person.
Oh.
So because so I basically, so like the salespeople will sit maybe just like 1 or 2 rows in front of me only.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could like literally see their life.
But the sales people are like doing the trades. They're like
Okay, so the traders do the trades.
the traders do the trade. The sales people do the
Salespeople more or less like do the communication with the client to get the kind of to get like the trade execution order.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes if I remember correctly, like, salespeople do execute like certain trades, but it's like basic trades. But if you want like very advanced trades or what, I think the traders have to do it. And also, like, if I remember correctly, traders manage their own books.
Okay.
So like they have to manage like the risk profile of like the bank in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what positions are open, what positions are closed, that kind of thing. Yeah. So
But were there a lot of traders, were there a lot of sales?
definitely more salespeople than traders.
Mm.
Yeah, more salespeople than traders, and I think generally people want to go to front office.
Okay.
The pay is higher,
Yeah.
promotion is faster.
But front office traders are front office.
Yeah, front
Okay,
also.
then I can understand why.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So
like-
so have you ever like communicated with them, like
Yeah.
talk to those traders and
So I mostly talk to like salespeople.
Mm.
Yeah, instead of traders. Yeah.
And-
So
do you like want to like inspire to be one of them or
yeah, like, so the internship was like 6 months. After
Yeah.
like the second month, like I roughly knew, okay, this is probably not what I want to do.
yeah.
Like I like some people enjoy that kind of life. Like some people enjoy looking at like the markets
Yeah.
or like whatever product that they specialize in.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that is something that would greatly motivate me to come to work every day. Yeah, it wasn't something that
Yeah.
I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the internship salary in a big bank is higher than normal internships. Yeah. So even though I was like getting like a higher like income compared to like a normal internship,
Yeah.
the first month it obviously felt good lah.
Yeah lah.
Yeah. But by the second month, third month, I was like this, like, it isn't enough to like make me want to like do something I don't enjoy as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh. So like my biggest takeaway from the internship was money probably doesn't motivate me.
Oh.
And like I think that if I don't enjoy it, right,
Yeah.
I will probably like quit in like 2-3 months. So
Yeah. But
Yeah.
but you don't enjoy it because of why though? Because too much work or like you just don't find it interesting or
I don't think it's like the quantity of work. I think it's more like the type of work. Yeah,
Oh.
like I'm not that interested in like looking at like stock charts or like okay, they don't look at stock charts but
Yeah.
it's or like to like I'm not that interested in like the stock market or like the
Yeah.
financial markets, in that general sense. So and to work in a role that basically revolves around that
Yeah.
doesn't excite me lah.
Oh. Then why do you apply to UBS? Like,
Oh,
yeah.
because like I only realized all this after I did my internship.
Oh, so it's more
Yeah.
like elimination again, lah.
Yeah, more like
You don't like
elimination
it,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but you also applied UBS through LinkedIn.
No. So that one, the company website itself.
Oh, but if you go to the company website, means you specifically wanted to apply for that
Yeah.
role, lah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
applied to like the same thing I did before the Big Four. I applied to all the big banks.
But UBS is also one of the Big Four.
No, it's one of the so
Honestly, I'm not sure what all these
yeah.
Big Four things. Yeah.
So for banks, right?
Yeah.
They have like big eight. They call them like bulge bracket banks.
Okay.
Yeah. So UBS is part of that list.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the Big Eight is global, right?
Yeah, global.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a global list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you did that for a year. So basically, it's just your whole year already, 6 months.
Yeah.
2 months at PwC, and then another 4 months at UBS.
Yeah, 6 months at UBS.
6 months. So it's
Yeah.
so it's more than 1 year, lah.
Yeah, more than 1 year. So the ending part of my internship for UBS, I was already back in school.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then you were juggling both school.
Yeah, juggling both school and interning. Yeah.
But was it difficult?
At the start it was okay,
Yeah.
but then after a while I was like, oh man.
But
like,
okay lah, so 2 months only lah.
Yeah, I think 2 months, so not so bad.
Yeah. But your semester, so your year in SIM is breakdown into how, because you said still no semester, right?
Yeah, no semester.
So how do you break down this? Yeah.
We start in late September.
Yeah.
Like follow like the UK school system.
Yeah.
So late September. Then we have like a very short like Christmas, New Year week break.
Like 2 weeks.
Then that's it. Then it's just so we start in late September.
Yeah.
We end in around May. Then
okay.
there's just that 1 week break.
So this is basically 1 semester.
This is 1 year.
So September to May is considered 1 year. Then May to September again is a break.
Yeah.
Oh. But is this the same throughout the whole SIM?
No. So it's just for UOL.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now we move on from your internship. You worked over there for almost... So your internship was basically 6 months, 2 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
And then after that, you went back to school for another 1 more year. So when you went to school, right, was it... Where your friends basically graduated already?
Yeah, so most of my friends from my batch graduated already. Unless they failed like certain mods and they have to retake. Yeah,
but is it normal to fail a lot of mods and retake?
Actually, UL is relatively common to fail like 1 or 2 mods, then have to redo it the next year. Yeah. After UBS, right? So like in the end, I finished that. Then I realized, okay, so I don't want to go Big Four. I don't go banking.
Yeah, that's good.
Then like it's almost impossible to get into a venture capital firm.
Why? Why?
Like
you really have experience there.
Yeah, but so like getting into a venture capital firm, at least to me, the way I feel it is getting into like Goldman Sachs front office is difficult, but getting into a venture capital is 10 times harder.
Oh really?
Yeah, because like the offices are a lot smaller.
Yeah,
they don't really take fresh grads in general.
But fresh grad with experience.
Oh, but not relevant to like...
Not relevant?
Yeah, like if I want to do accounting, probably can. But like if you want to do like the investment side.
Oh, that's what you want to do, the investment side?
Yeah, so like... most people actually like... So most people who end up in venture capitals...
Yeah.
I mean, like the obvious large ones are like Sequoia, that kind of thing.
Yeah, correct.
You want to get into those, usually you come from Goldman Sachs.
Or you must come from somewhere big first.
You like come from Goldman Sachs, or you come from McKinsey, you come from BCG.
Yeah.
So like the way I view it is that like getting the big banks and big consulting firms are extremely difficult, but getting into like venture capital is like a whole other tier of difficult.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, especially big ones like Sequoia.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Sequoia is because they basically invest in almost everyone. Yeah. Everyone is very big now.
Yeah, like Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but who were your... But let's say if you were able to go into any
venture capital,
VC, right, in Singapore, which one will you go into?
I think...
Or which one have you your eyes set on? Yeah.
I think probably Rocket Internet.
Rocket Internet.
Yeah, it's this, but I don't know if they're like still around. I haven't followed like VCs in a while. Like either Rocket Internet, 500 startups, or maybe like Y Combinator or something.
Oh, Y Combinator. That's a
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a very popular one. Oh,
Yeah.
they're in Singapore as well. I thought it's based in
If I'm
like
not wrong, they have. If
Silicon
I'm not
Valley.
wrong, they have a office or branch something.
Oh.
Yeah, but don't quote me on that. That one I
Yeah,
can't really
yeah. No, it's fine. I think, but I'm pretty sure no one is watching this podcast. So no one will fault you for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably like the slightly younger ones, I guess, will be a
Okay.
bit more interesting. I mean, Sequoia would definitely be like insane, like god
Yeah lah.
tier kind of like status, but like
Yeah.
yeah. So because I was like, okay, no way I'm getting the VC.
Okay.
No way I'm
But
going.
do you actually try to apply?
No, then I didn't even try. Yeah, like I like usually I would try, but it's just
Yeah.
that like there weren't even like openings to try.
I mean, you
For-
didn't even like. I mean, because you say you went on LinkedIn and then you try to
Yeah. So
apply
like,
for your internship.
like
Right? Have you
yeah.
tried to go with LinkedIn and also?
Yeah, so like I use like I probably use like LinkedIn more than any other social media out there
Okay.
combined.
I mean, like
Yeah.
even like day to day.
Yeah,
Just
like okay, like now I haven't used it as much, but last time I'll be like people like like most people like every 5 minutes check their Instagram.
yeah.
I was checking LinkedIn like every 5 minutes. That
But
kind
check
of thing.
what?
Yeah, so like I was just like scrolling, like looking at job openings, that kind of thing, just to like see like different like possibilities and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's very different for everyone else. I think.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
I guess like look, okay, like my focus was like trying to figure out like what I wanted to do
Yeah.
and how to get to where I want to go.
Okay.
Yeah, and to me, LinkedIn was like the best resource to do that
Yeah.
because it lets me see both.
Yeah.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
But the kind of mindset was when you were in year 2, right?
Yeah, year 2.
So where do you see yourself that you want to go actually?
I think long term, like I don't have okay, most people like to set like, oh, I want to do this in 5 years, I want to do this 10 years. I don't really believe in that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like to me, like life is like extremely fluid
Yeah.
and very dynamic.
Mm.
And like to set like a 5-year goal, 10-year goal to me is kind of a waste of time. Because like usually your timeline will either be way shorter or way longer, or like in 6 months you might not want that 5-year goal anymore.
Yeah, correct.
Like in 2 years you might not want that 10-year goal
Yeah,
anymore.
correct.
So I like to me I don't focus as much on specific goals.
Yeah.
Like I don't like, I want to end up in Sequoia in 5 years. Yeah. Or like, I want to end up in McKinsey in like 10. That kind of thing. Like I don't like have specific goals. It's more like general directions. Yeah. So like I like some of like the things I want to enter into eventually.
Yeah.
Don't know if I will ever get it, but just try.
Okay.
Is to I want to end up in like a really early stage startup, like first 10 employees kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah. But whether that happens in 5 years or 10 years, like
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me. As long as it happens, that's what I care more about.
True.
And so like until that thing eventually happens, like I'll just be trying to learn as much as I can in whatever environment I'm in,
Yeah.
to hopefully be able to bring more value in the future to that particular role. Yeah, that's like a long-term plan. Either that or venture capital.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's I think probably more like okay, I think off the top of my head maybe like Y Combinator style kind of thing. Because that one is more like you help build also.
Yeah, help you to start. Yeah.
Which to me is more interesting than just capital injection.
But have you thought of like starting your own business like that? I mean, like, I feel like you're talking about, you're basically talking about joining a newly formed startup. You can basically start your own, right?
Yeah, so I thought of it before, but like, okay, this is my own diagnosis of myself.
Yeah.
So like, to me, like a founder usually should be a very idea, abstract, visionary kind of person.
Yeah.
Like, but not so good at like thinking about like the details or like the actual execution.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So that's the profile of most founders. I don't identify as that.
But you can, I
identify as more of like a right hand, like a co-founder, like a right hand man to
support that.
Yeah. Like I might not be able to generate that vision,
Mm.
but I can understand that vision and also see how it plays out into different things, like draw the links as well, and then help like operationalize it. Yeah, so I identify more as that kind of person
Mm.
than like a founder.
Oh, so
Yeah.
more of like like I say, as a support lah.
Yeah. So
But do you have any idea of your own? I mean,
yeah, like any like brilliant
yeah,
ideas.
yeah. Like you want to like start. I mean, of
Yeah.
course you say you want to support, right? But I'm pretty sure you also have like, your own
Yeah.
idea that you want to start, and you were
Yeah.
thinking
So
of. Yeah.
in terms of ideas, like probably not really.
No, no. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm not saying that. Do you have any like throughout your time, like in the 4 years or 5 years, that you thought of starting something by yourself, but then you think that I can't do it lah. You know, because you think like you say you're not a visionary and
Yeah. I think like the closest I've gotten to actually like wanting to start something was like starting my own like clothing line.
Okay.
Yeah, because like what I've realized is, but I haven't done like deep market research to know
No, it's fine lah.
if the hypothesis is like true.
A podcast can just about anything one.
Yeah, it's like if you look at like female apparel, right?
Yeah.
There's like 1,000,001 blog shops.
Yeah.
Selling almost the same thing.
Yeah.
But yet they all do well.
I don't know whether they all do
I mean,
well
not all lah, but like you can see like Love Bonito, then there's like the what the now there's our second nature, or like it's the one that there looks like splattered paint on the dresses. That's like really common. Yeah. So I was like thinking like, but there isn't like something like that for guys. Like there isn't like that and okay, the way I view all of these like blog shops, right?
Yeah.
And or like larger local female apparel brands like Love Bonito is that they sort of like bridge like a gap between like luxury apparel and your H&M top shop.
So they're in between like that.
So they're the in between. But I was like, oh, where is one for guys?
Okay.
Most guys shop at Uniqlo. And I understand why. Yeah, like I shop at Uniqlo also a lot.
So,
yeah, but because like guys want like just like standard, clean, plain stuff they can always rely on. Just go there, pick it up, wear the same thing every day.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why people don't start like guy clothing brands, because they feel like people just gonna go to Uniqlo anyway. But I was like thinking like there's this gap between Uniqlo and luxury brands. And like at the end of the day, Uniqlo's cut, the clothing cut, is a bit more like safe. They've like expanded a bit more to like oversized stuff and things like that.
Correct.
But they're not like super at the front of that trend.
Yeah.
Compared to like your luxury brands, that kind of thing, or even like Zara, because they do direct ripoffs from luxury brands.
No, but when we say Zara is like the in between of
I would say
Uniqlo and luxury brands, yeah.
In a way, because like they have the design, but they severely lack the quality and like.
Oh really? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like the reason why Uniqlo to me is so good is because like the quality is like
it's good.
It's good for the price.
Yeah, correct.
But to me, like the quality isn't good for Zara's price.
Oh.
Yeah. So like what I wanted to create was like a in between. I would sell like basic stuff also.
Okay.
Because I feel at the end of the day, most guys are going to buy basic stuff.
Yeah,
like
correct.
They just want like a plain t-shirt.
Exactly.
But they would be, at least I think they would be open to buying a plain t-shirt but in a different cut. Like maybe like a bit more oversized or certain like intricacies in the length or certain things.
Correct.
They would be open to that if the quality and the price made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of guys at the end of the day, they want value for money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to like start something like that. Like in between.
But who will be your target audience like that? Yeah, Gen Z or like millennials?
Yeah, so probably mostly like millennials and younger.
Oh.
Yeah, so like around our age range or younger.
But when I see how the people like the younger people, right, they dress. I won't say I'm not saying that both of us are not very young lah. I'm saying the younger like talking about teenagers 18, and 20, 21. Like they dress very, very differently. They dress like very. I don't know what's the.
Yeah, it's more like streetwear lah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, correct. Like streetwear. So it's not really basic tees and everything lah.
Yeah.
But it's just something about how they wear that makes it looks very different from, let's say, like what I always wear. I always wear plain t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah.
I don't wear like oversized jeans. So like, how do you like? Have you ever considered like maybe creating like your own streetwear or something like that?
Yeah. So the reason why I don't really want to create like streetwear is because like to me, like streetwear usually has a lot, like the brands have a lot of like history or like a lot of relevance to whatever culture that they came from.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So like could be like skating, could be like old bands, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, and I don't want, at least to me lah, like I appreciate where they come from and how they have gotten to where they are today. And I don't want to like dilute like the streetwear scene with like randomly generated ideas, that kind of thing. That's the way I view it. That's the way I view it.
Yeah, I mean that's good lah.
Yeah, that's the way I view it. Like like honestly now, like if you look at a lot of like smaller streetwear brands, it's just like they randomly throw like logos, colors on something, then people will buy it because it's like hype and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I feel like unless I can create like a whole brand that stands for something, I wouldn't want to enter the streetwear scene.
Oh.
Yeah, to me it's just like I appreciate the streetwear culture. That's why I don't want to do it. Yeah.
But I think you yourself also, you dress like a lot of streetwear and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You buy
like recently I've like toned down a lot lah. But like long ago, like way before I really became like extremely hyped in Singapore, like I started off in shoes, and eventually got into fashion. Yeah.
So now, do you still have this dream? Like you want to start your own?
Yeah, I think eventually I might do it, might not do it. Yeah, I think I have to.
I mean, you can just find someone else who have this similar kind of like entrepreneur mindset or have something similar who want to do fashion.
Yeah. So like I had this friend that was like pitching to me like have you heard of style theory?
No.
So
sounds
basically
familiar.
like clothing rental, but it's like luxury clothing, you know. So it's like
okay.
So like he was like going on this pitch. Then I was like, then the more he pitched, right, the more I was like, bro, this is style theory, bro. it's like you basically, it's like you basically like pitch to me like something that has been existed for like I think like a good number of years already. Yeah. So yeah, like I think I have a friend like that. It's just.
Why do you tell him that he was pitching something?
Yeah, I was like, bro, it's like it's like you literally like copied.
I think you destroyed him.
Pitch.
I think he wanted to do this idea for very long already.
I was like,
let's destroy him.
So I was like quite funny. Yeah, but I think like if we can come up with something, maybe we'll explore. Yeah. So, but it's not like concrete idea.
Okay, I think this is a good way to end this podcast. So. I mean, I have a lot of other questions to ask, but I didn't know it's already 1:15 already.
It's okay, I can always do part 2 next time.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'll see you later.
Okay. See you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.